Hi everyone, welcome back to Chalchitra Talks. मेरा नाम ध्रुव है and in this week's recommendation, I want to take you all down 30 years in the memory lane. The show that we are talking about today released in 1990 and was created by David Lynch and written by Mark Frost. The show is called Twin Peaks and it revolves around the murder of Laura Palmer and the following investigations carried out by FBI agent Dale Cooper. This show was a complete game changer when it released. उस टाइम पे लोग टीवी को as an idiot box consider करते थे. Most of the programming coming in at that time was mostly funny sitcoms or just dumb content, and no one really tried to put in meaningful content on TV at that time. When Twin Peaks came, it completely changed people's perception about TV shows, and that opinion still holds true to this date. इस शो में डेविड लिंच ने for the first time explore करा longer story arcs को, जो कि उस टाइम के टीवी शोज में no one used to really do. What this allowed them is to explore characters and explore the storyline as the story progresses, and they're not in a pressure to let the audience know what the actual motivations of a person are or what the actual storyline looks like. इस शो के बारे में काफी सारी ऐसी चीजें हैं that I absolutely love. And one of the most important of those is the entire world that David Lynch has created around the show. ये शो जैसे कि मैंने पहले बताया is set around the fictional town of Twin Peaks. The town is set deep into the mountains surrounded by woods, and it's a very small community of people and everyone seems to know everyone else. And it's a time when landlines still exist, so what's not to love about the show. The show's opening credits and theme soundtrack beautifully sets the tone for the world that David Lynch has so painstakingly created. And it's a perfect contrast for the chaos that is about to follow in all of our lives. इस शो के अंदर डेविड लिंच ने पैरेलल वर्ल्ड्स के थीम को एक्सप्लोर करा है. इस शो के अंदर वी नोटिस कैरेक्टर्स कमिंग फ्रॉम अ डिफरेंट वर्ल्ड हु टॉक टू यू इन अ लैंग्वेज दैट यू कैन नेवर अंडरस्टैंड. इस शो में काफ़ी सारी ऐसी चीज़ें हैं जो आपको समझ नहीं आएंगी और आप समझने की बहुत कोशिश करोगे, बट अल्टीमेटली द आइडिया हियर इज टू जस्ट गो विद द फ्लो and enjoy the process more rather than figuring out what exactly happened or what is the meaning of what just happened. Another thing which is really interesting about the series is the way it's shot and the visual grammar of the show. We see the camera lingering in on a frame even when the dialogue has ended. We see interesting position of characters wherein usually on a TV set the camera is a back and forth. However, in Twin Peaks we see the camera placed on a different angle to convey a certain sense of emotion. इस शो का पायलट एपिसोड काफ़ी अच्छा है, but to truly understand what this show is about, you may take a couple of episodes. इस शो में आपको एक्टिंग और कुछ चीज़ें थोड़ी ओवर द टॉप लग सकती हैं, बट ऑल ऑफ दिस वाज आल्सो इंटेंशनल टू एन एक्सटेंट वेयरइन द क्रिएटर्स ऑफ द शो वर ट्राइंग टू मॉक द सोप operas of that time. Writer and director David Lynch is a master of thoughtful, unsettling and bizarre moving images. He is famous for movies like The Blue Velvet, Mulholland Drive, The Eraserhead amongst many others. डेविड लिंच 40 साल से ज़्यादा टाइम से पिक्चरें बना रहे हैं और उनका एक कल्ट फैन बेस है जो कि उनके फिल्म मेकिंग स्टाइल को लिंचियन फिल्म मेकिंग स्टाइल के थ्रू प्रमोट करता है. द पैराडॉक्स ऑफ लिंचियन सेंसिबिलिटी इज दैट एट वंस इट इज ईजी टू रिकॉग्नाइज बट हार्ड टू डिफाइन. It is like being dropped in the middle of someone else's dream. It's like you are in a real world, but then the people are talking backwards somehow. And this particular statement, my friends, perfectly conveys the entire concept of Twin Peaks in a very simplified way for all of you. Twin Peaks pushed the boundaries of a conventional TV show and to a certain extent exceeded the quality someone expected out of a TV show. It is scary as hell and in quite graphic ways, although not getting to the point where it gets gory. It's also because of the fact that the show is really weird in a way that TV hasn't been. In my opinion, the pilot episode of Twin Peaks is one of the most groundbreaking and influential TV shows in the history of TV shows, and the only other pilot episode that I can think of matching to the hype around Twin Peaks would be Lost. अगर आप इस शो को एक क्लोजर लेने के माइंडसेट से अप्रोच करते हैं तो इट्स गोइंग टू टर्न आउट जस्ट बैड फॉर यू. In my opinion and in my experience, the entire mystery around the show is the entire magic about it. So don't go around running after solving the mysteries of who killed who, because that's not really as easy to figure out as it might seem. Trust your instinct over the intellect, meaning over the mood, journey over the destination. And remember, everyone is a suspect. So this was my recommendation for the week. Tune in next week again for more recommendations like this.